What up, y'all? Josh and Issy here once again with another quality video. That's it. Come on now.
Like we
gotta
never
start
left.
off the new year right.
2022, our first video, quality conversation. I don't know what the title is, but I'm sure it spooked y'all. Decompress.
How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah?
To be honest, it's been actually a very big week for me individually. Hydrated Hero, like it's been a big week for me.
You've been going dumb, yeah, actually.
I started the week off finding out that I was on the home page of Nike.
Right. The Nike app.
Yeah.
Download it if you don't have it. Guess it will pop right up.
Well, I mean, I don't know if, like, they cycle through these photos. I think
really?
it was, yeah. But, like,
everybody else was saying when they opened the app, though,
I
they
know.
saw you.
I know. I might still be in the lineup. Like, they might funnel through because they said that they were going to use these for, like, the next couple of months or something like that. But,
oh, you knew they was going to use them for this?
I mean, they kind of said it, but, like, I don't know. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second. But either way, that was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge for me.
What a way to start off the new year.
What a way to start off the year. Because, well, I'm not going to go too deep into last year because I'm dropping a video.
Oh, right.
Today with the quality conversation.
Hydrated Hero is back, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not even like I'm back. It's like I'm like a new me.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy. Yeah. It's so crazy. I feel like really legitimately feel like a new person. You know how they're like new year, new me?
Yeah.
This is like one of the first years ever that I actually like am a new me. You know, kind of thing. Like it actually happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the video going up today, that was really productive. Nike, working with them, productive. Dick's Sporting Goods posted that this week.
Let's see if you're gonna remember the other one.
I dropped my EP.
Hey, the EP is out.
Yeah, if you didn't know, I'll leave something in the description box, a little linky link in the description box to my Bandcamp. You can check out Vlog Vibes and Litmus
is on there.
Vlog Vibes and Litmus. So the intros from last year and the year previous are on that Bandcamp. Those actually went up in December, but I didn't really promo it like I should have. And then I just dropped Vlog Vibes. All the vlogs that you guys saw, the music in the background, like the soundtrack to our lives, I posted it. So if you want to check those out,
you can purchase now. Use them for your own stuff if you want.
Yes. So those are royalty free. I need to make that disclaimer. Those are royalty free. So if you use those on your YouTube video, you won't get dinged for a copyright or anything like that. I made sure of it via our YouTube channel that wouldn't happen. So the only thing I ask is if you do use it on your YouTube videos, one, leave your boy a tip. You know, I work
little credit.
You know what I'm saying? And then two, leave a little credit, you know?
Oh, tipping. What do you mean?
So like on Bandcamp, if you purchase the beats, they're like $2 a pop, or you could just pay $8 and you get the whole album. But like if you want to use it on your YouTube beats, normally people would charge like exclusive rights.
Yeah,
so
you're not.
I'm not. It's more so like a charity. Like I mess with y'all so heavy. Like go for it. And it was more like getting that music out was it was bigger than the dollar. It was bigger than the dollar amount. It was more so. It was like a confidence thing for me. For a long time, I was very like self-conscious about my music. Like I like it, we like it, it goes well in the background of our videos, but will other people like it? Like and I was too scared to post it to the world. But
it's out there now.
It's out there. And like that's the first step.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get the ball rolling. I feel like that's the big struggle of 2021. I'm diving too deep into it. Okay, I'm back out.
Okay.
I'm back out.
Back to how are you?
Watch the video. Watch the video that I dropped today. Hydrated Hero. Go to Hydrated Hero and watch the video. But how am I doing? What, today or this week? How am I feeling? I feel great. I feel energized. I feel way more disciplined. I feel like this is the first time in my life I've been writing stuff down.
Consistent.
I got a calendar, y'all. I actually got 2 calendars. Like, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And I got some more content. Like, I'm about to trying to work on some more content. Like, I'm really going in.
Yeah.
Going in. How about you, man?
Oh, you gotta.
Right. I know, I caught you with your mouth open. But still, nevertheless, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good year for us. Mm-hmm. But I'm also like, this wedding is.
Oh my God! But there is so much going on this year.
There's a lot going on.
So much. Like, this is probably gonna be the most high intensity. Oh yeah, we're eating fruit post workout. We just finished our workout this morning.
6 a.m.
Got it in Okay, I wasn't in the 6 a.m. club, but I got it in. So I was proud of me because that was like I don't know if you would call it a resolution or not, but a goal, just a goal that I had for myself to work out 3 to 4 times a week.
It's a discipline goal.
It's a discipline goal, yes. And I did it Monday. Mother Nature hit me Tuesday hard. Wednesday hard. So those 2 days were blocked out. And then I was like, okay, I can't have no 3 blanks. Mm-hmm. So I went in yesterday. And then when I looked at the thing on Friday, I was like, realistically, am I really going to work out on the weekends? I mean, I could. You could. But like, just in case I didn't, I got it in today. And
it's actually kind of funny. Because like that, I don't think they really know about the whiteboard, but like we put it on the whiteboard, like little check boxes next to every day. So
yes.
Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have 6 a.m. club.
Yeah.
She has workout. Mm-hmm. So like,
I think that helps us though to visually see it.
You don't want to look yourself in the mirror and not be checked.
Right.
You're like, wow.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't know if it wasn't there. I don't know if I would have cared as much. Like,
but you gotta look at it.
Waking up this morning, it was a mental thing. It would have been so easy to just hop on my laptop, knock out some business, blah blah. Because I knew we would have a small time crunch. Because I'm about to hang out with my bestie today. We have a little brunch date, and I was like, I can get this done, and then we can film this, and then I can leave. But I was like, sometimes there's been times where I'll tell myself, oh, I don't have time to work out. And then there'll be other times where I have a half an hour in and my mental health might not be like in the best place I would want that day. And I'm like, I'm going to use this half an hour to get it in. Mm-hmm. As long as I can like get a sweat in or whatever in that 30 minutes, I'm good. I'm solid. So it's so crazy how every like, we are in way more control of self and our life and our bodies than what I feel like we give ourselves credit for. Mm-hmm. But again, I think you seeing the 6 a.m. club and then me seeing like the workout box right there.
Yeah.
I like visually seeing that. It's like.
I also picked up a cool trick.
What?
I put my phone on the other side of the room.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah. So to wake up.
Yeah, so when my alarm goes up, I have to physically get out of the bed to go turn it off. And then by that, snooze, it used to be right next to me on the little nightstand. So I was like, oh, I'll just turn it over, hit snooze, give myself a little bit of time to argue with myself as to why I shouldn't get up out the bed.
They be feeling good.
They be feeling great. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know, when you get up before the world, you're almost jealous that the world is still asleep. Mm-hmm. But I'm starting to get over that. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to fall out of love with lazy. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to fall in love with discipline. Mm. And that's a process.
Say that again, man.
I'm falling out of love with lazy.
Yeah.
And I'm falling back in love with discipline.
Mm. So you were in love with it at one point.
I had to be. I had to be. My body or like whatever, like I can't explain it, but like me versus me, lazy me was just
whooping.
Both
of our lazy version. Did we talk about this in Vlogmas at all? I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But either way, the lazy sides of Josh and Isi was whooping our ass last year, y'all.
Going crazy.
And we have to like really have a couple real ninja moments with each other because we were like, we're our own bosses. If also employees, our own employees, and it's like we let the employee self be like the B word. I don't want to like straight up, but like B word, our boss selves, and that don't work.
Like we were saying last year, we were talking about if we were our own boss, we would fire.
Fired. You're fired.
You're done.
Lazy ass. So I'm very proud of us. I think also too though, like. Last year, the lows of last year, the self-reflection that we had to go through, the self-realizations of that, we had to go through to get to where we are right now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, the struggles of life prepare you for the glories of life. Mm. Take this for example. When I first got my first car, tire blew out. I didn't know how to change a tire. That was a very long day.
You went to one ear and the other.
Did I?
Want to say it again?
That was a very long day.
Okay, it's back.
Okay. But the next time, after I got my next car, tire went out.
You knew how to fix it.
Fix it in 15 minutes. The struggle prepared me for my next test. That is literally life in a cycle. Your struggles prepare you for your next test. Your greatest challenge of your life is not going to be easy because it's supposed to be the greatest challenge of your life. What challenge do you know is easy? It's not a challenge.
Not one. Yeah. That's what I love. Also, the Muhammad Ali quote in our gym. Whenever I'm like on like maybe I got 2-3 reps left and I really want to be like, nobody's going to know if I don't finish it. I look at that. Yeah, I look at the sign and it says, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And that's one of the realest quotes ever.
It's real spill.
Because how are you supposed to like grow and evolve and change
if you don't challenge yourself?
If you don't challenge yourself, if you don't push your body or your mind past a limit that it's already been at. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
that mixed in with actually doing something.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I can't tell you.
The do.
The do.
We had so many talks close to the end of last year. Like
we're just doing.
We gotta do. Just do it.
Just do it. Tatted on my forehead.
Yes.
Or something.
Honestly, Nike's phrase. It has so much more relevancy in my life
Should've been
now.
living like that for a year.
Yeah, I never really took it in the way I am now. Just do it. Like it's simple stuff, and a big word for me this year was living with intentionality. So like, for example, with hanging out with a friend or whatever, we can talk all we want and be like, yeah, girl, we'll hang out soon. For me, my year's not gonna look like that no more. It's like, oh, we'll hang out soon, and then months go by, and then we talk again. It's like, oh, we'll hang out soon.
It's more like, what dates are they?
Yeah, what date? Period. That's how I've been moving. That's how I've been operating. Even with like my own personal life, not hanging out with people, but like if I tell myself, oh yeah, I want to do a face mask this week, do it now. I did it yesterday. It came to mind, and I was like, I'm gonna just do it. And it's so interesting. I didn't realize how much I did not do last year. Especially when things came to mind, it's like, well, why? Why am I not? Or like girls' trips. Me and my girls would always say, like, we gotta go on a trip and blah, blah, blah. But we never plan it out. We don't select dates. We don't, and I feel like that's why I'm like, this year, we don't have a choice but for it to be intentional because of us getting married. Like, that's happening.
Yeah.
So we have to do
it. Like, y'all, like, we said, like, we're ready to be a married couple.
100%.
The wedding itself.
The process.
No, we are completely unprepared. Y'all,
our guest list ain't even selected.
Guest list. Like, we still got to talk to, like, the wedding planner, designers. Like, just solidify stuff. Like, there's a lot. And then mixed on top of the fact that, like, we're entrepreneurs and we're trying to grow businesses. Like, this is, like, that doesn't stop.
No.
Otherwise, the wedding don't get paid for.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And the other stuff that goes into, like, my bridal shower. I have to do that. Our bachelorette parties. That has to be planned. Dates need to be selected.
Yeah. Luckily, this stuff is exciting, though.
No, 100%.
Luckily,
but it's still a lot to do.
It's a lot to do. So our plates are full. We have no choice but to be doers and be planners. We have to. There's literally no choice in this year, which is.
I like that though.
Yeah, I like it that way. Don't give me an option, because if you give me an option, I'm going
Lazy Josh is gonna be like, hey. Lazy Easy gonna be like, hey.
Nah, I just don't give me an option. I'll take hard work. Then, like, you look. Remember, I was telling you, like, in my past, structured systems in which I had no choice, quote unquote. I did have a choice, but like, I treated it like I didn't have a choice. I thrived. School,
right?
Everybody's like, you got to get good grades. You got to go to class. Otherwise, you get bad grades. You don't get a good future, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so, like, in my eyes, it was like I have to. I didn't like when I saw it was time for class. Even if I didn't want to, even if I was struggling with it, I was like, I'm gonna go.
You have to do it.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Or like football, I really had to go to that.
I had to do it
because they were paying for college.
Right.
So like, okay, no. If they say 5 a.m., guess what time you getting up? 4:30.
Yeah.
You gotta be there at 5 a.m.
Remember those mornings? Yeah.
No choice. But I thrived.
Yeah.
I was making gains. I'm muscular. I'm smart. I'm doing all these things because it's like the structure was set in place. When you become an entrepreneur,
Man.
Everybody just takes all the brakes off.
Yeah.
Training wheels is off. No direction. MapQuest got turned off. You don't even know. It's like, look, it's all on you, dog.
100%.
Now you got to build the structure system.
I feel like there's almost nothing realer than realizing that, though.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't even have to be just an entrepreneurship thing. Just when you're really, the 20s, I think that we talk about the 20s a lot, but in particular, I think you had said it the other day, like the 20s is like fake adulthood almost. In a sense, for like, yeah, it's pre-adulting, like when you go through your preteen stage or whatever. And it's like you really realize you have 100% control of how your life goes.
Yeah, 100%.
After them training wheels are taken off, after you graduate, get that degree or whatever, like how your life plans out is 100% up to you.
Because up until college, like even through college, there was bugs in your ear. Like my parents was like pushing college. It was like, okay, this is getting done.
Yeah.
So like,
it didn't even seem like an option. It was never an option.
Feel like an option.
It wasn't like it was like hard pressed to me, but it was like all my family graduated from college. Like that was just the next step after high school.
Yeah, that's just our paradigm.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, all right, it's up to you. What? What do you mean?
What do I do?
What do you mean it's up to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's so interesting because, like, especially with being student athletes, we went majority of our lives with people telling us where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be there, how long, like all of that.
That's why I said MapQuest got turned off.
Exactly. Literally.
Now it's your job.
But we didn't realize and probably appreciate as much as we do now the discipline and the structure from that. But now we have to curate it for ourselves.
I'm I'm not today years old. I'm like this week years old, learning that like the structure that I set for myself will really propel me.
Or anchor you.
Or anchor me. If unpreparation.
5 P's.
Unpreparedness.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say like proper
preparation.
Something like that. Something like that. The lack of proper preparation.
Got it.
Let's do that. Preparedness. I think that's the word. I don't know. Okay.
Let it go.
I was really trying to get
Let it go.
Okay. But the lack thereof didn't really show itself until I got to the end of the year and started looking back. Not only did I not write things down so I couldn't track my progress, I had to look to my socials for my progress. I had to look to everything for my progress. And then I looked at my YouTube channel. I was like, I only got 3 videos. Like it really hits you in the face.
Yeah, I was looking at my YouTube channel the other day. I posted more than 3, but in comparison to my almost 6 years of being on YouTube, the fact that I maybe had to do 1 scroll and that was my year, whereas previous years I had like at least 1, 2. Like I was like, dang.
And like that was a cool. That's why, man.
What? Get it out.
No, because I don't want to give away what I put in my other videos.
Oh.
Y'all really need to see that other video, but like, I'm just it's baffling to me, and it put me in a bad place. I'm not gonna lie, mentally, it put me in a bad place.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I didn't fully recognize.
Well, what put you in a bad place specifically?
When I actually took that time to like really
self-reflect
on the air. And granted, I know people are gonna be like, you partnered with Nike, dog. Like, chill out. Like, and I get you. Success is perspective in everybody's situation. My level of success. When you know for a fact that you could have gotten more, you could have done more for yourself, you could have done, you didn't leave it all on the table. As an athlete, you're trained to leave it all on the field, leave it all on the court, leave it all wherever you're at, you know what I'm saying? And when I look back at my year, I didn't leave it on the table, and that, it drove me wild because I saw a glimpse of, like I was successful last year, but I didn't leave it on the table. So now I'm looking at myself like, well, what could my year have really been? What could it have really been? And that's and I'm not going to be the person that dwells on that all this year.
Thank you for saying that.
I'm not going to be that person, which is why I started this year off like, oh, I'm doing. It's like I had 1 year to figure that out and look myself in the mirror, and I had to go through what I had to go through. But this 100%. Year is no. I won't look back at this year and be like, I didn't leave it on the table. I
think 20s is an important, well, in life in general, but we're in our 20s, so I'm speaking of that, but I think it's an important balance between self-reflection, but also giving yourself grace. That's like something I personally have been working on really heavy because I was super hard on myself about last year and how it went and blah, 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 but, excuse me. there was this quote that I had kind of come across recently that I mentioned on Instagram Live last night too. If you caught us on Instagram Live,
oh yeah, we was all over Instagram
we was
Live.
turned, yeah. But people oftentimes say, well, for me, I'm going to use myself as an example. I feel like within the last year or two, I lost myself, and this has been me trying to find myself. But I saw a quote recently talking about like how it's almost kind of toxic to say those words. I lost myself. I'm trying to find myself, because at the end of the day, like, for example, when I turned 27, this is the first time in my life I've ever been 27. This is the first time in my life where I've been an entrepreneur. Last year was the first time in my life I had management, but I was also dealing with 10 brand deals in 1 month. Like, all those things were first, and I was so hard on myself, like, oh, I should know how to do this, or oh, I should be thriving more, or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, sometimes it's important to give yourself grace, because every day we wake up, honestly, is a new day that we've never had before.
Yeah.
A new stage in life that we've never been to. So I think it's important to have that self-awareness and reflection of like, oh, I could do better, I could do more, etc. But it's also like, don't, at least for me, I know that I'm entirely too hard. Both of us are entirely too hard on ourselves.
Yep. But
with certain things.
I mean, it's like a gift and a curse.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to explain. So I think it's important to hold ourselves accountable in certain situations, but also like how you were saying, like, oh, last year was, yes, be a little frustrated with yourself, but also give yourself grace in the sense where you did we still accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
Like when my mom was here naming off the things we did last year, I was like, dang, yeah. A lot of people went and look at how our lives went last year. We moved into a freaking high rise in downtown Chicago.
When you posted that highlight on your Instagram about like what we did in the year, I was like, oh wow, we did a lot. We really did do a lot.
We did and this is also something I was kind of talking on Instagram Live about yesterday too, the toxicity of social media. Because at first I wasn't going to post a highlight reel. And then I saw a whole bunch of other people's 2021 recaps and stuff. And I had that feeling that crept in my head of like, dang, they lived such a good life this year. Just that comparison thing. And then I put mine together, and then I see people commenting on mine like, dang, she lived such a good life this year. I want her life. And I'm like, that cycle, that like, it's so toxic. It's so toxic. And it's important to live in your truths, but that's not really the word that I'm looking for. I guess it's just
live in your lane.
Live in your lane. I love that. Yes. It's important to live in your lane and appreciate your lane and respect your lane. Yeah. Honestly, I disrespected my lane so much in the last like 2 or so years of my life.
I can attest. I'm a witness.
Bruh. I've disrespected my lane so much, but I think it's, again, important that self-awareness and reflection that you sometimes have to do with yourself to come back to self or reinvent self. I feel like I'm going through a reinvention period of self right now.
Yeah, and to build off of that, I would say, when people say, I have to find myself again.
Discover. Oh, I didn't finish it.
Yeah,
it's a discover.
Yeah, how do you?
You're discovering yourself.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, what do you determine is like when I found myself?
Right.
And then what do you do after that? I found myself. Now what?
Right. But you're always changing.
Always changing. Life is ever moving. This thing don't stop. No. So you got to fall in love with the journey. You got to figure out what the journey is.
Yes.
Fall in love with the process.
Yes.
The journey, because the destination is all like
there is no destination.
There is no destination.
And that constantly repeating that and reminding yourself of that is also a form of giving yourself grace. And I think too, because of the generation that we're living in, and you're seeing people living out their best, most luxurious. There was another word I was going to use. Best lives, though, basically on social media. Some of it being fake. But like seeing that, there's 25-year-olds that feel like if I don't have this done in the next year, my life is, and it's not.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the worst time in 20-year-olds' lives.
Yeah.
Because you see like teenagers on the internet going crazy,
16-year-old millionaires. And it's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm doing something wrong.
You're like, hard. Man. I'm 23, I ain't got $1 million. What's up with me?
Bruh.
What's up with me?
But saying that type of stuff, you're disrespecting your lane.
Your lane. You're not living in your lane.
Bruh.
Wow.
It is wild.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Realizations. But I'm not mad at myself for What's that time? Okay, that's fine.
I'm not gonna completely repeat it, but we can snooze for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a timer. We on the time crunch.
Yeah.
So we're getting this video up. We're on the time crunch. But I'm not upset about what I went through.
No.
I'm not upset about it's not a depression, but I'm not upset about the
low points.
The dark points, especially coming up on that end of the year. This was like right after Vlogmas, y'all. Like we had like a moment.
Yeah.
Like we haven't been on the tube or nothing like that.
Right.
So like I had a good while to reflect and kind of look at my year, and I kind of found myself in a dark place, but it was like the kick in the behind that I needed to say to myself, this year and forward is not going to look the same. I'm not going to look back on my life anymore and say I didn't leave it on the table. I wasn't a doer. I wasn't like living to my potential. You always told me you have so much potential, and I've always wanted to live up to that potential. But in order to do that, you have to take steps. You have to do. You have to do. It's like I think I was like riding potential the whole year, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the way I looked at it. So I'm happy about what I went through because it made me stronger and more prepared for this year. And first weekend, I think I hit life in the face. I had a nice.
You fought back,
man.
Me versus me,
man. Yeah, I came with strong right. I got bro legs shaking, man.
He over in the corner shaking.
Yeah, that boy shaking like a stripper, man.
You know, too. I think. Something we were also telling each other just about holding each other accountable this year, something that we both are guilty of and have been, especially last year, was the scrolling. The freaking scrolling.
No.
Wasting time and life away. And
I looked at, I think, was it a yearly recap of my time span? Oh,
I don't even want to look at that.
Don't look at it.
I won't.
I wouldn't say look at it.
Yeah, it's going to be disgusting.
You're going to be disgusted.
But I'm saying that to say, I think it's also important to have people around you that are gonna hold you accountable.
For sure.
Like people around, and it's important to have those type of conversations. So when we do have those talks about like, oh yeah, with each other, like our Sunday reflections or whatever, I didn't like how this went last year, blah blah blah. Now that I'm communicating, or you're communicating that to me, we see it happening this year. It's like, remember what you said?
You said it.
You said X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of like that accountability. I feel like accountability partners can really come in clutch when you're trying to make life transitions and changes and stuff in your life.
That's amazing.
And both of us had real ninja talks with each other throughout last year. Whenever we would kind of try to throw little pity parties for ourselves, there'll be certain times where you're like, pull it together.
It's time for a solution party.
Yeah, it's time for a solution, blah, blah, blah. And then like close to the end of last year, when you came in my room and you're like, oh, blah, blah, and I'm like, babe, you are not living at your full potential. You have not exhausted all. Why is these headphones? Okay. You haven't exhausted all options to be where you want to be in life, like X, Y, and Z. So I honestly value and cherish that aspect of our relationship.
Yeah, the realness. I'm so happy you're not an enabler. I didn't need an enabler in my life.
Yeah.
I needed a strong woman to propel me forward and push me past my comfort zone. That's a quality partner. That's a quality partner. A good partner, yeah, they're gonna support you, but a quality partner is gonna spit that real at you.
100%.
This isn't working.
Yeah.
Hey, I love you to death, and we can try and figure out another way to approach it. If this is your idea, if this is your lane, I love it. But you're not going about it in a smart process. Right. Or you're just not going about it at all. You're just not, you're not doing what you need to do.
We both do that for each other for sure. And I, as the woman of the well, no, it doesn't even matter gender-wise, to be honest. But I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I do a pretty good balance of like sometimes giving you that kick in the ass, and then other times just being a listening ear and like letting you express where you're at in life and how you're feeling about it and stuff. I think it is kind of like an art though sometimes, with knowing when to speak up and when to give your partner that push, and then other times when they just need you to listen and to be heard.
Yeah.
So
I think like the way I see it is like when I hear you complain about stuff, if it's your first time saying it, we're just gonna let you talk because you're coming to realizations. It's not like you're supposed to have a solution right now. You just recognize the problem, but that second, third time,
maybe that's what it is.
you've recognized this problem, but you've done nothing about it.
Yeah, because that talk that I had with you, I feel like that wasn't the first time we had that talk.
Nope.
So maybe, that is why.
And then I was like, okay,
come on,
yep. Now it's
let's
time.
go. Let's
Now I gotta hit you with the real. The first time I was all for the pity party. You had the hat, the streamers, and all that. Like I was
not the hat.
I was all for the pity party. Like, look, every time pity party ain't that bad. Every once in a while, sometimes you just need to vent, let it out. That second time around, it's like I've been to this party. I've been here.
Let's change up the scenery.
Yeah, let's change it up.
Yeah.
And then the solutions come, and like you fix them. There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be something. So don't sit on something like that.
100%.
Don't hold it.
100%.
I heard this one really cool thing. This dude he was a teacher. He had a glass of water in his hand. And he was like, how much does this glass weigh? And then kids were like, 8 ounces, 16 ounces, smart stuff. And he was like, really the weight of this glass doesn't matter. If I hold this for 5 minutes, I'll be fine. I hold it for 5 hours, my arm's going to be really tired. I hold it for 5 years, I won't be able to function. My arm is shaking because the weight of this glass has grown over time. The longer I hold it, the more it weighs me down.
That's real.
That is your problems.
Interesting.
That is your frustrations. That is your grudges. That is everything that you hold on to. It doesn't matter the weight of it in the moment.
Yeah.
But if you keep holding it, eventually it'll cripple you to where you can't do nothing. You're just so...
when you're saying that, it makes me think of, not even just other people, but I've had moments in time where I will hold a grudge for too long to the point where it like weighs me down, and I've done a lot better with trying to release things, just overall in life, not even just a grudge towards other people. Like, I like to bring up the example, a lot of Instagram posts that don't do well, and I hold that. I just hold it.
And you hold it, and you hold it, and you hold it
and
until it cripples you. You just swipe.
But I'm also thinking of like, there's people, not necessarily in my life, but I know of that hold and harbor so much anger and hate and grudges in their life. And yes, they're just so unhappy.
You see it weigh them.
Man, that's real.
For real.
Wow.
You gotta be able to put the glass down.
Yeah, let it go.
You got to. The world is going to challenge you every day. If you hold on to the challenges of the past, your backpack's gonna be full real fast.
Man. That weight. That weight
gonna you're gonna be holding it. You're gonna be holding it. But we are no longer bag holders.
Yeah.
We're no longer that. We are conquerors. We are doers. We are planners. We are
intentional,
self-affirming, transcendent beings who travel into the atmosphere of light and energy and radiate nothing but positivity to those around us. That was very
yeah, it was.
Woke-ish.
But I like it though. It's true. It's all facts. It's all facts.
No, but seriously, all jokes aside, self-affirmations and really not being your own worst enemy, being positive about your situations, even when things are going bad, there's something good coming out of that. There's something good coming out of that. That mentality, just the optimistic, there's something good coming out of this.
Yes.
Keeping that momentum it'll save you guys so much stress in life, man.
All of us. And I was thinking too, or what I'm realizing the older I'm getting, when I'm going through those low periods or those dark times and stuff like that, all of it is a lesson.
Yeah.
All of it. Because when I'm on my higher horse or my higher note, for some reason that's when I realize this had to happen to me for me to now get to this place again.
Come back down to earth.
Yes. Yeah. Light. And I mentioned on Instagram Live too, I had a really beautiful long conversation with my brother right before the new year. And he was talking, I was kind of telling him how my year was going and all the things that I was going through and stuff. And he could relate, and he was explaining, because he was like, basically about expectations. That has been my biggest downfall. Expectations of people, things, just different aspects of life. When it doesn't happen the way I expected, I was devastated and just off in a tizzy. And when I was talking to him about it, he was like, yeah, that used to be me. Because my brother's 44, so we're 18, 19 years apart. So he has some wisdom and stuff that he passes down to me. And he was like, for some reason, this visual, he was like, life is never going to be like this. But for some reason, until I saw his hand do that, it clicked to me that's so true. It would be unrealistic for life to always be like this. It has to go up and it has to go down. And kind of like charts, stocks and charts and stuff.
Stocks have taught me more about life than anything. Because life is never one straight.
No.
But over time, like if you zoom out.
Yes, it keeps getting higher, but it'll have to go low to go high. Yes.
Like there's this one interesting place, I forget where or what location, but I remember seeing it on like a YouTube video. It showed the entire stock market from beginning to end on the wall. If you step back about 10, 15 yards, it looks like a straight line. You start getting close, there's dips. I mean, big dips. Big dips. And like during those times, I think we've seen like almost a dozen depressions. Like you don't see those in the grand scheme of things, but like at the time, people were people were losing their minds.
Yeah, their homes.
Yeah,
like everything. Yeah, 100%.
But like that's
life.
That's the grand scheme of things. And you know we're taking up a lot of time. We got some stuff to do. I want one more story. I got one story, right? One more story. I keep hearing all these stories, and I feel like it's our duty to like reshare these stories with y'all. But there's a Chinese man.
Okay.
It's a Chinese man. He has a stable with a horse, right? The horse gets out the stable, runs away. It's a small town, so the people come, they check on him, they're like, "Oh, that's terrible, you lost your horse." Dude's like, "Maybe." Just goes about his day. A couple days later, the horse comes back, found some friends.
The horse found friends.
Horse found friends, come back, 7 horses. Now he's got 7 horses. Townspeople come back, "Dang, that's so crazy. You got 7 horses now, that's such good luck." And he's like, "Maybe." The horses go on a little stampede ring. They hit his son, breaks his leg. Townspeople come back, "Dang, the horses are out of control. Like, that's so bad, like your son's hurt." He's like, "Maybe." War breaks out. The army comes. Then they're looking for soldiers. They skip right over his son because he's got a broken leg. They're like, "Wow. How fortunate that your son broke his leg at this time. He doesn't have to go to war." Like, maybe. This reoccurring theme continues. But the moral of that story is you don't know what today's trials will do for tomorrow's blessings. Or you don't know.
Look at this man.
You don't know. You just don't know. Yeah. So like when things happen, take them for what they are, learn. But do not think that this is like the end all be all. Don't let it destroy you. Yeah. Because it might be setting you up for something greater.
Man, that you have no idea.
You have no idea.
No idea.
You have no idea. And that's why I said like I appreciate my dark spots. Yeah. Because then I appreciate the light way more. I couldn't appreciate a daylight if it was always daylight. I wouldn't know that any different. It'd be an entitlement.
And we be in clouds and stuff sometimes up here. And gloomy as hell.
Yeah,
and then yeah.
When it's a beautiful day, you recognize it's a beautiful day because sometimes there's not beautiful days.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's ugly days.
Ugly as hell.
But again, just take every day for what it is, man. Just learn, continue to grow, continue to push forward. Be doers. Be positive about life. You are not a victim. Just throw that away. Throw that idea away. You are not a victim. Even if you are a victim, do not claim it.
I was going to say, too, one more thing about when you're saying the victim thing kind of reminds me of something I have to shift my mentality. And we do need to close this, but mentality, too, in terms of, like, I feel like at least for a while now, I can't really pinpoint how long, but for a while, I've been allowing life to happen to me.
That was a big, again, you'll see.
I've been allowing life to happen to me. And this year, I decided to take a stand and, for the most part, and what's in my control, decide how my life operates, which is why in the beginning of us starting this, I was talking about intentionality. If I'm talking about hanging out with girlfriends, all right, when? What time works for you? Like, I even have a FaceTime date with a girl. We talked for like a year. Like, yeah, we're going to get on the phone one day. We're going to talk. When? What time? I'll be there.
Make life happen.
Make life happen.
It's not like, if you let the world take you, it'll take you.
Yep.
Because the world's gonna keep rotating. You're still gonna go to your job. Everything's gonna keep rotating. But it's up to you to make life happen.
And one more thing too. And after this, we're really closing. But the whole this is something that I said so much to myself. I don't have time.
Oh yeah, stop.
I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to. Blah, blah. But when you look at your screen time. If you're someone who says, I don't have time for X, Y, and Z, look at the screen time on your phone.
Just assess all free time in general.
Exactly. And then you will figure out that you have way more time than what you genuinely realized. But you are wasting it away. Maybe looking at somebody else's life, comparing your lane, disrespecting your lane.
Disrespecting your lane is the number one waster of time.
I'm disrespecting your lane, man. But all right, yeah, I gotta go.
All right. So, really hope you guys enjoyed this. We are coming back. We have some good ideas for what is to come for Josh and EC. Pray for me, because I'm gonna be bouncing. I'm gonna be juggling back and forth with Hydra the Hero and Josh and EC. But I like this challenge. I like this. I love this.
I only gave you that look because I'm like, you saying pray for you as if I'm not.
Pray for you too. You know what I'm saying? I just
all of us need to pray for each other.
Yeah. I'm praying for you. Y'all pray for her too. I was asking for a genuine just please pray for me.
I've been there before, babe. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But I'm excited for what's to come for Josh and Issa. I'm excited for what's to come from Hydra the Hero. I'm excited for this wedding. I'm excited for what's to come from you. Because like this is your first year like in it.
Yeah.
Dog, like welcome to the big leagues.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Seeing your growth journey from when you were in a college dorm, busting down some ugly wigs, to now. You've come so far, man. You've come a ways. You've come a ways.
Thank you. And on that note, guys.
We love you guys.
So much.
So much.
Happy 20 mother freaking 2.
And it's the year of due.
100%.
But other than that, we love you guys. If you don't already know, I am Hydra the Hero. She is Isimeme Edeko. Together we are Josh and EC. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. Give me that lipstick. Yeah, give me that lipstick. No, that's cool. I want it. I want every piece of it.
Interesting.
You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. For real, for real.
Yeah. For real.
For sure, for sure.
I knew you were thinking I was about to say it. Okay.
All right. But until we meet again, guys.
Peace, love, head grease, and we out.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, new video. Hey, it's